The neighborhood of Willow Ridge looked perfect from the outside. Identical houses, trimmed lawns, quiet streets. But everyone knew the silence was enforced, not peaceful. One evening, Mark Reynolds opened his mailbox to find a thick HOA notice warning of serious violations without explanation. No details, no deadline clarification, just a threat of fines and possible legal action. As he stood there reading, he noticed other neighbors peeking through curtains, afraid to make eye contact, as if acknowledging the letter itself could invite punishment. Over the following days, Mark began receiving more notices, each more aggressive than the last. His grass was allegedly half an inch too long. His porch light was non-compliant. Even his trash bins were photographed and logged. Confused and irritated, he tried contacting the HOA office. But emails went unanswered, and calls went straight to voicemail. At night, unfamiliar cars idled near his house, and he swore he saw someone photographing his backyard fence under the cover of darkness. Determined to get answers, Mark attended the next HOA board meeting. The room felt cold and staged, with board members sitting stiffly behind a long table, their expressions blank and rehearsed. When Mark asked for proof of his violations, the HOA president calmly slid a folder across the table. Inside were photos of his house taken from angles that should have been impossible without trespassing. The board warned him that questioning authority could escalate matters. Soon after, Mark discovered that other homeowners had faced the same pattern: vague violations, secret surveillance, sudden fines, and eventual foreclosures when residents couldn't keep up. One neighbor quietly told him the HOA partnered with a private management firm that profited from penalties and forced sales. The neighborhood wasn't being managed. It was being harvested. Late one night, Mark installed hidden cameras around his property. Within days, he captured footage of an HOA enforcement officer entering his yard without permission, measuring grass, adjusting decorations, even planting small violations to photograph later. Realizing the depth of the corruption, Mark compiled everything: videos, notices, testimonies from terrified neighbors. At the next HOA meeting, instead of arguing, Mark played the footage on a projector. The room froze. Board members tried to shut it down, but neighbors stood up one by one, sharing their own stories. The illusion of control cracked. Within weeks, an investigation was launched, the board resigned, and the management company vanished quietly. Willow Ridge returned to silence. But this time, it was real, and every homeowner learned the same lesson. Sometimes the greatest threat isn't crime or chaos, but power hiding behind rules, paperwork, and a smile.